Mahalo everyone, and welcome to the Jolly Scarecrows channel. You're with me, Joe, and today I'm going to be presenting for you a Speedroid deck for Master Duel. In the trading card game, a bunch of different cards have been released, so Speedroids play slightly differently in the trading card game compared to Master Duel, so I thought I'd upload this special video. If you want to see a trading card game version of the deck, stay tuned, subscribe, that will be on the channel in the near future. This deck essentially focuses a bit more on some of the lesser used options in synchro summoning. The deck's main plays are to basically continuously synchro summon until you can bring out the main two bosses, Cosmic Blazar Dragon and High Speedroid Kite Drake. Kite Drake lets you destroy all cards or negate them, and Cosmic Blazar essentially does the same, but in response to your opponent's things, and it can do that once per turn. So if you've got a Cosmic Blazar out, you're in a really good spot to grind your opponent down and win the game. So your main aims are special summoning a lot. Your deck is quite vulnerable to Max C in that case. Your main searchers, so you'll want to be beginning with things like this Marble Machine. When it's normal summoned, you can add Speedroid from your deck to your hand. It locks you into wins at that point, so you have to bear that in mind, depending on what route you want to take your opening turns. Terratop doesn't do that, which is why that's the better one to see. It's still limited to one. And then once you've got those, you'll be wanting to search for either something like a Tokotenburg or Card Turbo, because if you control a Winds monster, you can special summon these. Tokotenburg can then let you special summon any of your Speedroid tuners from the deck. Card Turbo is itself a tuner, so you're able to immediately go into a synchro summon. And you can basically do it for anything up to level 7 because of this Speedroid Red-Eyed Dice. So if you've got Tokotenburg, you contribute it off, bring out the Red-Eyed Dice, and that lets you change the levels of any card that you might have on the field, any Speedroid, from levels 1 to 6. And we have a whole range of different synchro options depending on where you are. You'll be most wanting to, if you're going for a big play, Hagotia is a must, because if you have a Speedroid tuner on the field, you can special summon it from the graveyard. So in theory, the idea is that you're able to bring out Hagotia, get rid of it somehow, either by tuning it to build maybe a Synchro Dragon like this, a level 8, so you can use it as a 5, bring out Card Turbo, Synchro it off, level 8, and then if you happen to have a Speedroid tuner on the field, and there's plenty of ways in which you can do that, even having made a Synchro Summon, you can then bring it back. That is one of the other main reasons why missing the gun is so important, because then you just have the 3-star, you'd have the 5-star, you just need the puzzle to unlock Cosmic Blazar Dragon. It becomes a bit harder now, because you have to use this. And it's a decent card, Martial Metal Marcher, so it's the one you'll basically be summoning with the Red-Eyed Dice, and this lets you special summon a tuner from the graveyard, and then a synchro monster that uses the Metal Marcher becomes a tuner, right? So you're able to go into a level 6 like Kendama. If you have Card Turbo, you have Metal Marcher, you've summoned it or out, and then you can immediately go into a level 6, it becomes a tuner, and then you can bring out a level 5 like Hagotia. So you can see how you can build these things up quite easily, and then you can use the dice to manipulate the levels in order for you to bring out things like Blazar Dragon. We are running, what are we running in terms of hand traps? We're running quite a few actually. We put the deck down to its core most things, and that's because you're pretty much able to search for any Speedroid you want using the Marble Machine or Terratop. And so for that reason, you only really need to run one copy of things like the Red-Eyed Dice, or the Horse Stilts, or the Double Yo-Yo, and these are various ways you get to make multiple special summons per turn, Den Daikoduke is another way, so you can banish it from your graveyard to special summon another tuner. So you can again see how you're able to keep special summoning. Speed Recovery is a specific monster reborn that then lets you add one from your graveyard to your hand, so you often use it to recover a monster, then your next turn bring back Terratop to make more searches. Underlying all of this, it's a machine deck. So we're playing one copy of Despot 01, one copy of Coltwing, and we're taking advantage of the fact that obviously Hulk and Auradon are available in Master Duel, which I'm quite surprised at, and that can obviously let you go into more shenanigans in terms of interacting with the tokens that you'll get and bring out Despot. I will potentially go through a gameplay video if people want to see that, in terms of how you're able to bring out Kite Drake or Cosmic Blazar Dragon simply from having basically two monsters on the field for you to go into Hulk. We're running enough tuners that should nearly always be possible. And obviously we've got Orion as well, because this is Master Duel, a wonderful card. And if you happen to have Coltwing, you can bring it out that way, though obviously its effects won't resolve because you need a Meta Phantom on the field to do that. We're running one copy of Mixeroid. If you've seen the Roid video, you'll know why I think this card is brilliant. So you can use Speedroid Horse Stilts, banish it from the graveyard, send the Mixeroid from your deck to the graveyard, and then you can banish all of your other Speedroids to bring out Mobile Base if you wanted to, and that lets you just search for any Roid basically. So you can pick any Speedroid, and so even if your opponent's monster has 100 attack, you can bring out Red-Eyed Dice. Quite easily bring out Terratop. So it's a kind of it's an interesting tech. It's not always useful. So you can replace it if you want. It's in the main TCG deck, and I thought I'd include it in there just to show you the kind of capabilities this deck can have. Kaiju's kind of self-explanatory in terms of this being, I like to use this as a go second deck, but it can be good going first as well, but it has that capability. Maxis and Ashes are maxed out in this deck. And we're running one copy of Speedlift. I'd probably like more, but if you control a tuner, again, it's a special summon from the deck, which your opponent can't negate. And obviously, for the most part, you'll be wanting to use Terratop for that special summon. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all in terms of the Speedroids. I hope you enjoyed playing them, and we will see you hopefully for another deck video here on the channel if you've liked this one. Thank you very much for watching.